Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is CJ. I want to welcome you guys back to episode 15 of the JBJ 65-gallon reef build. And I gotta tell you guys, things are progressing rather quickly after around 6 months of pretty much the tank running in neutral. So if you have not had a chance to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, go ahead and do that now. And while you're at it, go ahead and give this video a like way before you get to the end, because I assure you guys you're going to enjoy this one. It's going to be a very long update. Going to give you guys a quick store walkthrough, and we're going to hit some local reefers' houses, take a look at their systems, their setups, and then last but not least, we're going to add some coral to the JBJ. So I'm telling you guys now, go ahead and kick back, get your popcorn ready, and let's go ahead and get to the update. So for anyone that's new to the channel, if you have not had a chance to go back and watch the original video I put out on Woodland Aquatics, go ahead and stop the vid and check it out now. It's going to give you the background info. I did a full store tour when these guys were remodeling the store, did a full interview with the owners, and when I say owners, I mean new owners, because these guys took over Aquatica, which used to be my local LFS. They revamped it, remodeled it, and rebranded the store. So now goes by Woodland Aquatics, still the same location, conveniently 5 minutes away from the crib, so I have zero complaints. You know, whenever you have a local LFS that can order you fish, quarantine your fish, you know, has corals available at different locations, pretty much get you anything you want. I mean, you can't ask for more than that, right? Especially with this being the only full saltwater only store in Louisville that I'm aware of. So just want to give you guys a quick walkthrough. No interview today, but hey, I figured this was due. I definitely want to make sure that I gave you guys a follow-up, because the last video stuff was all over the place and these guys were nowhere near ready to open yet. So today the mission's simple, you know, give a quick walkthrough and see if I can find something to put in the JBJ, because the mission is to add some kind of life, corals, you know, fish, inverts, cleanup crew, you know, whatever the JBJ needs. That's the mission for this video. So this is just stop number 1. So if you guys have more questions or concerns, drop a comment, and I'm sure the guys that own the store will be checking for it and answer those questions for you. Now, before we get too far into the update, I do want to give you guys a quick unboxing and a quick shout out to Fisher Hex. This guy was one of the first ones to reach out to me whenever I asked if anyone wanted to help, you know, stock the JBJ or send any corals. He sent me this package without delay, without any questions asked. So hey, I appreciate you, my man. You definitely reminded me right away of why this hobby is so great. You never know who's watching, you never know who wants to help. So these are going to be the first additions to the JBJ. More to come on this later in the video. So let's start off with a quick peek at one of the local hobbyists I stopped by. And the funny story with this is one of the people that actually purchased corals from me, you know, over a year and a half or so ago when I broke down the 120 gallon. You know, it all comes full circle in this hobby. If you give people great deals and, you know, you help people out, when it comes time for you to need that help in return, they usually do not hesitate. So this was the first example and the prime example of, you know, positive vibes in the hobby always comes back around. So I was glad to get a quick look at his tank, and as far as what he's growing, as far as Duncans and SPS and anemones and all those kind of things. And I did get a few frags from this system to help stock the JBJ. So it's going to be stop number 1. As the further we go, we're going to have some more conversations with local hobbyists. So I just want to give you guys a quick peek.
It's, I've been quiet about it for a couple of years now. I've gone through my ups and downs just like everyone else does. And it's finally...
You got everything on the central system here? Or is that just live rock and
It's just a live rock tub.
Separate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Completely isolated.
Alright, so everything's in this one. I got you.
Yeah, that's my sump for this week's
Yeah.
system right here.
Yeah, I got
Housing reactor underneath.
Oh, yeah.
Third on the side.
Big ass Geo, so yeah.
Yeah, I need to clean that guy out, actually.
Alright, how long? Oh, it's dual chamber too. Shit, how long that last you, man? It's about. you get a whole year out of it.
Yeah, for a while I wasn't even running the pH down to anything besides like 6.9. Now down to
Okay.
6.75, something like that.
So are you? Damn, you got sponge work everywhere,
Yeah, I
man.
was a kid, man.
So that's one of the ones that grow good for you.
Yeah.
So you just leave blocks and let it grow on the block, and then
Yeah, pretty
cut
much
it
they're
off.
tiles, and I used to originally I put it out on that tank actually.
Yeah.
They grew on the glass.
Yeah.
And then I had to chisel them off. It was unreal.
yeah, I got a little piece of that. I forgot the
coral.
yeah.
Hit the floors.
Yeah, don't they got sweeper? I got sweepers and shit on tonight, don't it? I think that's one of the ones. Like it's like a hide and a pour.
Yeah, they're pretty vicious. I know they'll win just about any work they get into. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shit, yeah, man.
That's another one that I have a bunch of. So.
Yep.
This is it. Every night I'm down here after work, after we eat dinner, chilling out.
Yeah. Man, this is better than TV.
I'm telling you, I watch my tank more than I watch TV.
Man.
There's no lie.
265 gallon.
Yep.
So you said you got how many Kessels?
5 Kessels, 360s.
Yep.
And then 4 T5s.
Okay. I got you. Oh yeah, she's fine.
3 Blue Plus and 1 Actinic.
Okay. Man, this is awesome. Look at the bubble coral.
That's my wife's favorite.
Yeah, man. I haven't seen one that big before, ever.
That's about 2 years old.
Yeah. So these things grow fast, or did you get it that size, or was it?
No, it was about half that size when we bought it.
Okay.
I call it a medium grower.
Yeah.
Low maintenance though. I mean, I throw a few pellets in it and reforage once a week.
Oh yeah.
It grows.
Oh yeah. This is awesome, man. Hell, this is. I didn't know you had it. I didn't know you had it like this, man.
Oh yeah. Man.
I seen the picture. You only had that one picture that was a side angle.
Yeah,
but you really don't got a.
Yep.
So this tank's been running for how long exactly?
About 3 years, almost 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, actually, this month is 3 years as a saltwater tank. Yeah.
Okay.
Reef tank.
And you started off with just what, live or?
Yeah, the original goal was we were just going to do Fowler tank, but you know how that goes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All of a sudden, one little coral popped in, and more and more and more.
Oh yeah, man! Look at that. That's nice too. That's the Space Invader.
Space
right
Invader Pectina right there.
Yep. What's your favorite one, man? What's your favorite piece in here?
I would say, I really like the brain corals.
Yep.
I'm a big LPS guy. That's what I started off with, mostly LPS.
Yep.
And then this chalice here, I'm not kidding you. I bought this. It's not quite 2 years old. Space Invader Chalice is the name of that one.
I ain't never seen one of those.
I bought it, I'm not kidding you, the size of a quarter.
Wow.
And now it's about 9 inches across.
Yeah. It's grown
So
out.
that's been really pretty. And then I got real lucky with this torch. This is a Holy Grail torch. And I got that before Indo closed.
Ah, so you got it right before. So you didn't realize that was probably the last one you was gonna be able to.
So when I bought it, it was 2 heads, and I paid like maybe $150 for it.
Man, that thing.
Now they're like $500 a head. There's
Yeah.
like 6 of them.
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah.
It's crazy.
He done quadrupled in value.
Yeah, but they say Indo's opening back up though, supposedly.
Man, I hope they do.
That's what I heard.
I'm disgusted because I had a 6-head. It wasn't a Holy Grail, but it was a gold torch.
Yeah.
In my 120, man, and I ended up letting it go. I'm disgusted.
Yep.
But yeah, so you got a bunch of different stuff up here too.
Yeah, I've only been doing SPS now for about 18 months.
Okay.
Besides, well, the monoporos I've had a
Yeah.
long time, but the sticks, you know, I kind of wanted to get my foot, you know, wet
Yeah.
with some of the other like monopora SPS. And,
Yeah.
and then the other thing I really like are the chalices. I've really been getting into the chalices the last 12 months.
Yeah, but you
So
know
like-
what? You got to be patient, let them grow.
Yeah, so that's an
because-
Avatar chalice.
Yeah. Okay.
When I bought that, it was the size of a nickel.
Oh yeah. Man, that's awesome. And that anemone's huge back there.
Yeah, it's my Black Widow Nem.
Oh yeah. That's awesome, man. I might have to get that lens from you just so I can get some of these get some of these colors a little better.
Yep, there I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's much better. Oh yeah. All right, but yeah, man. See, you got a little bit of everything in here. So
Yep.
you got some of the easy stuff. You got some,
Yep.
some clams.
Scullies. I got
Scullies.
4 Scullies.
Man, Scullies is hard to get now too, or are they still?
They're still out there. They're just pricey. I mean, you start getting to some of these, they call them ultra Scullies, and they want like, you know,
Yeah.
$500.
Crazy.
Yeah, no thank you.
That reminds me of the.
That's a big orange Lobo.
That's reminds me of one I had in mind. I
Yeah,
used to
you
call
had
it the
red
glow.
one, I remember.
I call it.
Okay.
I used to call it the Globo. No, it was one. It was actually orange.
Oh, was it? Okay, I
Yeah.
don't know why I remember it being
Yeah.
red for some reason.
It was orange, man. It was crazy.
Yep.
Oh yeah, with the filter now. Yeah. Now I can see everything. Look at that torch. Jesus Christ.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. That
If I'd
thing
only
is-
known, I would have bought them all.
Man.
Who knew, right?
Who you telling? I would have just stockpiled my coral
Right.
somewhere.
I mean, it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
I'll
That's
have to get you some top downs later. 'Cause
Okay.
The sticks look really good from up top.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Nice dunking.
And I saw you talking about your flow. You said you don't have enough flow?
Man, I'm
I'm
disappointed.
surprised by that.
I really am disappointed because I had 2 Gyre 230s on my 120 gallon. I can blow stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
But which ones are these?
I'm
These are
that's
350s?
That's the 350, the new one. I just got that like
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
So he's got
Black
one
Friday.
on here, and that's getting it done for
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. Now I'll run it on that. I'm not sure if I'm sure you've messed with it.
Yeah.
That ocean gyre.
Yep.
And then I also used a lunar cycle with it.
Yep.
And that every 30 days it just kind of changes the flow a little bit
Right.
every day. And I run that, yeah.
It's enough to get across the whole tank. I'm thinking maybe I just got a defective one or something. I'm making me wonder because I'm watching it move water now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can see everything's blowing pretty good. Nem's moving.
Yeah.
Yellow powder's down at the bottom of the
Yeah. It is getting across, man.
Everything's not completely open. The T5 just came on now.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Is he gonna put another one on, or are you just gonna leave one gyro on there?
For now, I'm going with one. I might go with two because I'm thinking about maybe trying to get that, that wave back and forth maybe going.
Yeah.
But I haven't decided yet. But everything's been pretty happy.
It's a super long tank, man.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
like-
problem. Well, my biggest problem has been lighting over the last couple of years. I keep having to add more and more light.
Yeah,
Because
if you
the
add
tank
more.
is so tall.
Yeah.
That's been my biggest challenge, has been the penetration of the light because it's
How you-
30 inches tall.
How you reaching the bottom of it, man? Armpit deep? Just
Yeah, I mean,
no deodorant?
I'm 6'1", that helps a little bit.
Yeah.
And then my handy dandy ladder,
Yeah.
as you see. And I got my tongs, right? I'm always
Yeah.
reaching in there when the fish knock something over.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that.
Oh yeah, this is nice, man. What is that? This piece right here is a red one.
Down at the bottom there?
No, this one right here.
That's a millie.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the exact name of it. That's one of my oldest ones. Slow grower.
Slow, very slow.
I mean, maybe the slowest one I have in there.
Okay. Yeah, it looks
But
awesome.
It's beautiful from up top. You'll see up top, its
Yeah.
color is
Yeah, it looks
popping.
awesome. All right, well, hell yeah. Let me get on. Yeah, that's nice, man. Man, it's like the best kept secret around here, man. Who else knows you got?
I was going to tell you, I got a buddy of mine, Luke, who follows you too. He's got a nice tank. The next time you want to do somebody else's tank.
Yeah.
He lives a little further away. He's about
Okay.
20 minutes from here.
Okay, that still ain't too bad.
He lives out in Crestwood.
Yeah.
Out by Buckner.
Yeah.
Off of 71. He's got a 180. It's real pretty.
Yeah, that ain't too bad. Yeah, I might have to make that trip, man, because
Yeah,
this is awesome, man. I'm telling you.
Actually, I can count the other phone if you want to.
That ain't too bad.
Okay.
Nah, it's all right.
Yeah,
I
I
got
can count the pumps from my phone too.
Yeah, I got enough. I can feel the heat from these T5s and stuff on my hand, though.
Yep.
How you do with temperature or anything? Any
There's
problems?
no issue.
Yeah.
None.
'Cause
You
you're
see,
in-
it's
you're in the
about
box.
14 inches off the water.
Yeah.
And there's no box holding it in. I mean, I made this myself, by the way. You should be impressed. So my wife used to complain. We're sitting in the chairs.
Getting blinded.
Getting blinded. I
Yeah.
said, well, I got to come up with something.
Yep.
So I had a piece of that acrylic made at a shop here in town. And I bought some hinges. And I just bolted it right to yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love those.
Man, I want to try to get a jawfish in my tank, man.
Yeah.
I really like the way they are, personality-wise.
Yeah, I've seen them around. They can make a little bit of a mess with your sand bed, but not, I mean, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is, but they help keep my sand nice and
Yep.
white, where they live. They're always digging.
We got them digging out. Oh, so there goes the other one.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. That's a bonded pair. They mate all the time.
Yeah.
I get eggs all the time.
Wow. So you try to raise any babies or anything?
No, they pop out and then they get
They
eaten.
get
by
eaten.
the-
Yeah.
it's not-
Too many wrasses
Well,
and all
if
that.
yeah. Oh yeah, I got tons of wrasses. I'm like you. I
Love the
like
wrasses.
my wrasses.
Yep. You ain't got a blue head in here though, right?
No, the only thing I've got in here right now, I've
Okay.
got the yellow, Melanaris, cleaner wrasse, which I love, and then my pin.
What is that? What is that wrasse back there?
That is not a wrasse. That is a splendid dotty back.
Man, that is awesome.
Isn't that pretty?
Well, hell yeah. I've never seen one of those before.
Yep. Pretty fish.
You got the cleaner wrasse. He's
Cleaner
doing
wrasse.
his thing.
Yep, love him.
Bunch of tangs.
Now the only fish that I wish I didn't have in there is that coral beauty.
Oh
So
yeah.
you can tell your viewers if they want my opinion, that's a bad idea.
Bad idea.
And then I've got about 5 tangs in there.
Yeah. And I see the magnificent fox face too.
Yeah, I got my lavender tang is probably the most unusual one that I have in there.
Yeah.
This guy right here.
Yeah. I see it.
He's starting to color up.
Yeah. Juvenile.
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's nice purple tang, Melanaris wrasse. But I really like this dude, man. This dude, that dotty back. I might have to. Yeah. What's the max size on him? I might have to try to find
He's
one of those
probably half grown.
Okay.
He's probably half grown. I'll get about double that.
Yeah.
I've had him about 2 years now, I guess.
I mean, for the size of this system, you really don't have a lot of fish in here.
No, I don't like to have a big load.
Yeah.
Now, I do have, if you look around, you'll see I've got a lot of like
Little guys,
dragonettes.
Yeah.
I've got a bonded pair of the green mandarins in there. Usually they're together somewhere, but I don't see them right now, hiding somewhere.
Yep.
They're usually together in there. I got a couple of blennies.
Yep. I see them. Yep.
And I'm thinking about adding one more blenny. Comes in behind the wall.
Yep.
Comes in on these 2 white pipes.
Yep.
Goes into the sump, and the pump pumps in those clear tubes, go back out to the outputs.
It's so much easier and cheaper to do it this way with just
First
a
of all,
horse
my
trough.
age, I don't want to be bending down underneath the tank, okay?
And plus, it's in the fish room behind. You know what I'm saying?
It's all quiet, it's all clean. That's my normally those. I just turn that on so you can see it.
Yeah.
And then this is my water change. So this is a 40-gallon breeder for my
Yeah.
refugium.
Okay.
And this is a 50-gallon. So I got my RO hooked up
Okay.
with my floaters.
Yep.
And then when I want to do a water change, I hook a pipe up down to this here, and I've got a floor drain underneath here.
Right.
I just run the hose right into the floor drain.
Easy.
I take 50 gallons out of the sump,
Right.
and I turn this valve here,
And just let the water
and I
drain.
drop the 50 gallons right
Man,
in.
that's the easiest water change system
I
ever.
mean, right?
Man, that's
Well,
beautiful.
Well, what's nice about it I don't mind doing it.
Right.
Like before, it was like I was dragging buckets.
Right.
Oh man.
But having it right there, so how often are you doing water change on
I'll
that
do a
tank?
water change once a month.
Okay.
Like I just do it once a month,
Okay.
no matter what. Right.
Okay.
I mean,
I got you.
that's just the way I do it.
And keeping it simple, just
yeah.
two part.
Yeah. So I'm running. I got my alk, calcium, magnesium, and then I'm pumping 25 mils of acro once a day
Okay.
at night.
Yep.
When everything's kind of got their feeder
Yep. Aqua
chemicals
power.
out. And I got all my junk here,
Yeah.
all my
But
tools.
I mean, it's simple. I mean,
Yeah,
you
nothing high tech. I don't have the
Nothing
Apex.
complicated. Yeah.
And I do have a remote controlled power strip.
Okay.
That's how I'm able to, like, when I want to feed, I can turn off the
That's how you.
protein skimmer from my phone if I want to.
Yeah, that's just your maintenance. You know, just
Right.
quick maintenance
Right,
thing.
right.
But another controller, just homemade, just eyes on the tank and.
Yep. I mean, I think when you know how it is. If you've been
Yeah.
doing it long enough,
Yep.
you kind of know when something's up, right? I mean,
Oh yeah.
and those
Get some
NEMs,
nice-
those
Yep.
popped off my big one out there. I'm thinking about selling them or trading them. I
Yeah.
haven't decided yet.
Oh yeah. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
So I kind of use it as half my refugium and half throw stuff in there that, you know, he got into a fight with the other clownfish in there.
It's kind of clown.
And so we pulled him out, and I'm probably going to end up trading him in maybe. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, man, it's.
But yeah,
It's awesome.
I mean,
Is this skimmer? You got is a net cleaner on that too?
no neck cleaner.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
you know, I just clean it after it gets nasty, right?
Yeah.
Whenever it needs it. There's no. I usually have to empty this about once a week.
And just filter sock and just. some
Yeah,
wire
I am a
balls
filter
and-
sock guy. I mean, I know a lot of people don't run them.
Is that a UV sterilizer too?
That's a UV sterilizer,
Okay.
submersible one,
Yep.
and I run that 24/7.
Yep.
I think it helps keep the algae down.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Yeah, nothing high tech per se.
I love that water change system though, man.
I'm
I ain't
telling
gonna lie.
you, it's-
I ain't gonna
it's
lie,
the
man.
best.
Whenever you thought about that, I bet you was like, man, I should have did it a
my
long
wife
time
and I
ago.
used to be, come on, honey, we gotta go do a water change, and we'd have a little assembly line going.
Yep.
Because when you're talking 50 gallons, that's a lot of buckets.
Is this automated at all, or you just do that
So yeah,
manually for
the-
your
for the
lady
RO
unit?
for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got a float valve here.
Right.
So as it evaporates, it just pumps it right into there.
Straight from the.
And then same thing with that. So like when I do the water change and it empties, it automatically kicks on, starts filling it up.
Awesome. So,
So
you
all I
don't
have
even.
all I have to do is dump the salt in there 24 hours before I'm going to do
Right.
my water change. I just keep it right here. I got a little ladder. I go up there. So
That's crazy, man. That's
But it's
everything's
nice.
hands off, man. You got it as hands off as
I mean,
easy
it's
as
not
possible.
high tech, but it's
Right.
user friendly.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I love it. Hell, hey, that's good stuff, man.
yeah.
All right. Well, hell, that's good. Man, I'm really hoping you guys enjoyed those quick tours of a few different local hobbyist setups. You've seen many different aspects. You know, you got your LFSs, you got your basement guys, and you got your guys with just huge display tanks that just do it because they just love the hobby. And it's important that, I can share that with you all because for me personally, it helped remotivate me with my own system. Seeing everyone in different aspects and different levels and motivations themselves, it lets you know that you're not alone in your own journey. You know what I'm saying? So, it's part of the reason I'm on YouTube is because I didn't have anyone else to talk to about my tank. If you're the only one in the family that does reef tanks, you're kind of on your own. So just finding local people will help you. That's my word of advice. If you have anyone locally, reach out, see if you can stop by and just come talk hobby with them. So if you made it this far in the video, hit me with the £, keep doing what you do down in the comments, and we're gonna go ahead and start rocking out with the JBJ and giving you guys a full update on everything I have in here as far as plans with corals, placements, and I try to answer as many questions as I think you may have in this video. So let's go ahead and get to it. So as I told you guys earlier in the video, it's gonna be a pretty long update, and I'm not gonna cut you guys short on seeing the JBJ itself, because that's what you're here for, right? I know the tours of other people's tanks is awesome, but you guys are subscribed to get updates on the tank. So let's go ahead and get a really good look at it. And to help with that, I went ahead and threw in some PE-MICE's flake foods and new life spectrum pellets, just to get all the livestock rowdy and eating and moving around, just so you guys can get a real idea of the stock list in the tank, which has not changed to this point. Still have all the same fish, still have all the same inverts. Everyone is thriving, everyone's healthy, everyone is eating. No one's flashing, no one's showing signs of stress or disease or any of that stuff. So I've been pretty lucky, considering I do not quarantine fish, coral. I don't quarantine anything. I just have it in the system, and I've been pretty lucky so far. But that's enough about that. Let's talk a little bit more about the plans. You guys can see I have 2 frag racks full of corals in the JBJ. We're gonna get a closer look at them a little later, but 25 plus corals that I've been able to accumulate over the last week or so, from fellow hobbyists. Literally, all these corals came from local reefers that wanted to help contribute to the JBJ. So wasn't picky. I took whatever they was wanting to offer, and the goal for this tank is to try to make the best tank possible with a bunch of no-name stuff. A bunch of leftovers, a bunch of excess corals, if you want to call it that, and see if I can scape this in a way and place these corals in a way to where it grows in and ends up looking fantastic. So that's going to be the challenge, and I'm ready for it. Now, you guys know how I am when it comes to coral placement. If you've never watched any of my videos, I'm really particular with how things look. I'm pretty anal about it, to be honest, and I break it down in a few different ways. The first is going to be the flow requirements of that particular coral. Second is going to be the lighting requirements of that particular coral. That's just for the life of the coral itself. And when it comes to the aesthetic portions, that's when things get interesting. You got to start thinking about the growth patterns. Is the coral going to be encrusting? Is it going to be a bushy, kind of, I guess, if you want to call it that kind of growth? Or is it going to be a plating coral as far as SPS? Is it going to be a plating coral as far as Monticaps? Or is it going to be something that can move? Like zoanthus and pallies, mushrooms, those kind of things can literally detach and move around your tank. Or is it going to be something that is going to just stay put and you never have to worry about it? And last but not least, something I think a lot of people overlook with placing corals in the tank is turning on the blues, literally all blues, and seeing what corals actually fluoresce and glow underneath those blues. You'll be surprised, something looks fantastic during the day. Turn the blues on and you get nothing. And then all the fluorescent corals is all you see, and you may not have thought about it, and you have only fluorescent corals on one side of the tank. Imagine how much that would suck, right? So just make sure you can, consider those things, and remember to space things out based off color, based off daytime versus nighttime, based off growth, based off, care requirements. All of those things are important when placing the corals in your system. So let's finally get to what you guys have been wanting to see the entire time. The entire last 6 months, I've been getting that question, CJ, when are you adding corals to the JBJ? Here we go. I'm going to give you guys a quick pass over on both frag racks. These guys have only been in the tank for maybe an hour or so, just now opening up, just now adjusting. As you guys can see, just some easy to keep corals. Got some Monties, some Pallies, some Bird's Nest, no name Aqua on this rack. On the other rack, we got some more of the same. We definitely have some corals that you got to be a little more careful with, like the horn coral, for example, which ended up almost torching one of my Monties. We got some digitata, we got some Priscillipora, Duncan corals, trumpet corals, just a little bit of everything that most normal reef tanks have, especially when it comes to beginner corals and easy to keep. And usually these are the fast growers that people have left over in their frag tanks, which explains why I have it in my system now, which is fine with me. You know, I want this tank to be enjoyable. I don't want this to be something that ends up being a headache and just, you know, stuff dying everywhere and all those kinds of things. Not to say these things can't die, but starting off with easy to keep corals that will make my tank, you know, help stabilize and help get these nutrients under control is the main goal. You know, I was very glad to get my hands on a hammer coral, piece of Euphyllia, which is very hard to get. You know, I was able to, you know, secure an anemone. Even though it's a small baby anemone, you know, these things grow. And I have him on an Allen. So if this ends up working out, I could have an anemone Allen rock. So I'm telling you, tons of potential. So that pretty much covers a quick walkthrough as far as corals that I have in the system right now. I know some of you guys are wanting, you know, close-up shots and more details, but honestly, that's more for another video. Right now, these corals are still acclimating. Some of them are still pretty ticked off. You know, some don't know what they want to do as far as the flow and the lighting in the tank. So we got a lot more to cover as far as that goes later. But for now, put the top back on the tank, because for those that were wondering, yes, I still run the lid on the tank. This is my fish potato chip prevention. Very important, so I always leave the lid on. But I found that the shimmer and recording the tank without a top just hits a little bit different. So let me give you guys a quick update on everything else. Now, the skimmer, as I told you guys before, this Cadlights PLS skimmer is awesome, man. I mean, I had a question on one of my last videos. CJ, what are your thoughts on this? I'm getting a JBJ 65, a JBJ 45. I'm getting an all-in-one tank, and I wanted a nano skimmer. Do you recommend it? Hell yes, without a doubt. Hell yes, I recommend this skimmer. It is a beast. It always works, and it's dead silent. Now, something else I want to share with you all is bubble scrubbing. I know in a previous video I mentioned wanting to set this up, and since the algae scrubber died, I had an extra hose, you know, with air going through it with no other purpose. Figured, why not set up a little wooden block and let this thing start doing what it do. Now, for those that wonder what bubble scrubbing is for, these micro bubbles help oxygenate the water, and the ions, I don't know the science behind it, but it helps to attract detritus and different things in your system, lift them out of your water column, over your overflow into your filtration, and help clean things. Now, I've also seen, as far as benefits of it, you know, helping scrub your corals, helping them slime up and remove anything that may be stuck on them. So all of these are things that are beneficial. And for me, I've noticed it benefit in the 120. I've noticed it benefit me in the JBJ 45. So why not implement this on the JBJ 65? Keep in mind, you know, I try to avoid having hands in the tank, but if I am going to put hands in the tank, if there was any oils or soap or anything else on my, you know, arm that got into my system, why not bubble scrub to help get rid of it? So that's pretty much the name of the game. I put hands in the tank, I end up bubble scrubbing. But at this point, guys, I've been pretty much rambling for the last 20 minutes on this video, and hopefully it gives you guys an idea of what is happening on the JBJ. I'm just glad to finally have something that fluoresces in the tank. You know, I can turn the blues on and actually have a gel filter show something. So I'm just excited to finally have corals. I'm excited to finally have this build start getting underway. Still have a ton of work to do. Still have to get the calcium reactor online. Still have to get you guys a par reading, you know, video out and get you guys a lot more information. And we got to get some super glue, some gloves, and start placing these frags, you know, and put them in the tank. So I want to share all of that with you all, but I just don't want to do it in one video because it's going to be an hour worth of a whole bunch of stuff. So at this point, hey, I appreciate anyone that's still watching the video at this point. You know, if you made it this far, you guys are true supporters, and definitely keep doing what y'all do. So, man, let's get on out of here. As always, you guys like, comment, subscribe. You guys keep doing what y'all do. Y'all be easy. Happy reefing.